I've been in the financial services profession since 2004. I've met so many people during that time. And I've been able to sum up that there are just 3 types of people at retirement. Each type is different, naturally, and so the planning that happens for each type will vary. Knowing your type will help you put things into perspective for yourself. You can't get to where you want to be if you don't know where you are. So what's your type? I'm Devin Naika, Retirement and Investment Specialist at Retirement Wellness SA. I specialize in creating personalized solutions for retirees and helping them live the best life possible with the money they have. Now, the 3 types of people are as follows. Type 1, not enough. You've not accumulated enough money or wealth to be able to live life with financial freedom. Type 2, more than enough. You have more than enough money to last you for the rest of your life. In fact, you have so much that it's a problem spending it all. Type 3, you have just the right amount of money to enjoy life with financial freedom. The only problem is you just don't know it. And you'll be surprised by the number of people who fit into this profile. Imagine if that were you. If you had enough money to retire and live comfortably, but no one told you. I feel that the true value of a financial planner is being able to help you to understand these types and which one you are. It comes down to one simple question. How much is enough for you to live your life with financial freedom at retirement? As financial planners, we need to establish this for you because it sets the foundation. It doesn't matter what type you are. Once you know your type, there's a feeling of liberation. You get to know exactly where you stand. And this is where proper financial planning can be used to help you make the most of your wealth. Let's look at each profile and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Type 1, not enough. If you are this type of client, you don't have enough money. You're unable to retire comfortably. Now, I don't want you to feel that it's your fault. I want you to know that it's okay. There's no need for you to beat yourself up or even to feel bad. You're not alone. In fact, the vast majority of South Africans fall into this category. Only 6% of us are able to retire comfortably. Many of us have not been taught on how to manage our finances. You have simply done the best that you could do with the knowledge you have. By knowing that you don't have enough, you can start to look at what methods need to be adopted to ensure that you have enough and what needs to be done so that you can sustain yourself. It doesn't have to be a painful experience. It's just time to face up to some simple truths. It's time for personal reflection. It's time for you to see what can be done, not what can't. Let me share a quick story of a not enough couple that I helped. Let's call them John and Jane. John and Jane were hard workers, but they also enjoyed having a fun lifestyle. They loved holidaying and did it whenever it permitted them to do so as a family. John had a senior position at a large corporate company. He had been there for decades. When he was offered a retrenchment package, he was excited at the prospect of getting to put the work stress behind him. He felt the offer was decent and would allow him to live comfortably. His goal was to settle their bond and all the other debts they had with the money that he received from his severance. He would then use his pension fund to supplement his monthly income, and they would live happily ever after. After running through his plans and putting on my financial planning software, it was clear that John did not have enough money. What's more, the tax consequences of his retrenchment package were not properly explained to him. As a result, once he settled his bond and other debt, he would have had less than 100,000 Rand left over. I had to break this news to them. They were devastated. Fortunately, having identified their number, we were in a position to look at what needed to be done to get them to where they wanted to be. Now, John had to stay at work a little while longer. We made some adjustment to their expenses, we cut out things, and we found ways in which we could add more value. I identified tax-saving opportunities, and this helped to boost their wealth. John was determined to work towards his retirement. It took him 4 years to achieve his goal, but the bonus was that when he did, Jane was able to retire at the same time. The key takeout here is that knowing that he did not have enough helped him make more informed financial decisions. It did not deflate him. In fact, he became determined and committed to doing whatever it took to retire comfortably. Type 2, more than enough. This group of people have so much of money. There is more than enough to live comfortably. In fact, they are never going to run out of money. It sounds like a nice problem to have, but it's still a problem. Once I establish that you have more than enough, it opens a world of possibilities for you. Now, you wouldn't want to be the richest man in the grave, would you? I didn't think so. Knowing that you have more than enough allows me to give you the freedom to increase your spending. Spending more means you get to have more fun doing the things you love. Spending more reduces your estate and therefore reduces your taxes. The more you spend, the less you leave for the taxman. But let's say you've already done these things. You've already done the things that you wanted to in your earlier years. Now we can explore the option of giving money away. Or perhaps you might want to do something for your children or your grandchildren. Why? Because giving money away when you are alive, you get to see the benefits this brings to them. You could also use this as an opportunity to leave a legacy. In this case, I'll explore what we need to do to ensure that it's the most tax-efficient ways. Now, one of the main advantages of knowing that you have more than enough is that you can now reduce the risk that you take in your investments. You don't need to go all out aggressive. You could invest conservatively and not have the concern about the markets. You don't have to stress or worry about returns. Just think about that for a moment. Type 3, enough, or just right. There are many people who have enough money to last for the rest of their lives. The only problem is they just don't know it. They have not had a proper financial planning consult, and so they cannot see their full picture. And because of this, they continue to stress. They continue to worry about money. They invest in the wrong places. They take too much of risk. This ruins their peace of mind and puts their capital at risk. Now, you could be one of those people. Have you ever considered that you might not be enjoying your life as much as you could? Have you ever thought that you might be saying no when you should actually be saying yes? That you might be holidaying 1 time in a year when you could be holidaying 3 or 4 times in a year? You might be missing out in a big way. You could still be working when you should be out there playing. Or possibly you are saving when actually you should be spending. You might actually be in a position where you have the right amount of money to last you for the rest of your life. There are so many people in this situation. Isn't it time that you found out? Recently, I helped a client retire 2.5 years earlier because I showed him that he actually had enough. Now, the difference between him continuing to work versus him retiring earlier was a mere 30,000 Rand in tax. This was easily made up in just the first year of his retirement. We made this up in his investment return. We also put provisions in place to limit his tax to an absolute minimum for the years to come. Most importantly, he found a new lease on life. 2.5 years earlier. No more stressing about work, no longer concerned about money. This was replaced with financial peace of mind. The ability to live his life doing the things that he wants to do. Now, it doesn't matter what type you are. What matters is that you identify your type. It is only then that you can unlock the full benefits of proper retirement planning, proper financial planning, and explore the world of possibilities for you. So speak to your financial advisor today and inquire on what your type is. If you need assistance identifying that type, email us retirewell@retiresa.co.za. I have to stress that I cannot guarantee that we are able to help you, because at Retirement Wellness SA, we offer a personalized service aimed at a specific profile of client. We also work with just 2 retirees in a month, because this allows us the time to learn about you and guide you to start living life at its best. Contact us today and see if we're going to be a good fit for you. Email retirewell@retiresa.co.za. As always, these videos have been produced at no charge. The purpose is to empower people to make informed decisions. You can play your part by helping to share this video to those people whom you might find of benefit. If you haven't already done so, please click subscribe so that you get our latest information as soon as we put them out. And remember to give us a thumbs up to show your love.